I mean, I posted in the break thread, so I just kind of assumed that they would know, but that's okay. They can watch the recap. All right, we are back for case 2, Twin Peaks Log Lady. Let's get right into it. I am hoping that the first case was not an outlier and that this case will be just as good. There's our menu card. Well, hopefully we'll get a sketch this one. I'm just going to assume that these are packed the same as the first case was. Here's our patch card, our first one I should say. Got Harry Truman. I did grab some thick soft sleeves. So I guess the only real, I mean, not like it's anything special, but the alternate ending inserts, which on the checklist, I believe said that they're one every 2 boxes, but we got one every box. I think everything else. I mean, I didn't count how many Red Room we got because it said 1 in 26 packs, so that means we would have gotten like 11 instead of 12 in the box. But I believe everything else was pretty much, as it was supposed to be. Then now Andy Brennan. So I'm hoping for a sketch in this case. I mean, I can't believe that there'd be the Log Lady card in 2 consecutive cases. Alright, these appear to be packed. At least this box was the same as the first case. All the autographs were on the one side, and then the other row, actually the one side pretty much has everything. Then the other side has almost nothing. Julie Cruz, music. David Warner, in memoriam. And I think it's either this is the first autograph or it's like one more down. I keep getting it screwed up. Stars Beverly Page. And over. Yeah, they're definitely very consistent. I mean, that's good. You know, you usually don't have many issues with things not, missing in cases or anything like that. Victoria Caitlin. But at the same token, if you're a shop owner and you don't know, or Stars Dave Mackley, when somebody starts, picking the exact packs and being done. Alternate ending. I agree with you with that. Red Room. Yeah, see, so because it went, I think it's one autograph, then no autograph, and then two autographs. Autograph. No autograph. I used to have a card shop near my office, and he would autograph. He would either mix up the packs, or if he knew that there was something like you could easily tell what was in a pack, he wouldn't let you pick them. He would either number them or just randomly hand you one. All right, Sarah Jean Long. Peter Michael Getz. Oh, save that one for the card. All right, we are starting off strong. Heather Graham. Now, what is her single sign? I'm going to guess that's extremely limited. Yep, extremely limited. Good start. Yeah, I feel like with Rittenhouse, over the, geez, how long have I been opening cards? At least non-sports stuff. I think I've had to contact Rittenhouse once because of something being messed up. He was probably friends with David Lynch. Did you hear? I mean, like, was he approachable? Edward Louis Severson III. Frank Silva in memoriam. Yeah, where I live, the odds of bumping into somebody, any kind of celebrity, you might get lucky and get an athlete, but that's about it. Bradley Mitchum stars. Oh, first autograph. Flip it over. Johnny Furphy. I'm gonna have to. I have no clue who that is, at least by name. Oh, you see, I rode an elevator with Mike Schmidt once. Julie Cruz memoriam. Duncan Todd stars. Alternate ending. He was still playing at the time, so it was right before he retired. I want to say it was like 1989, but I definitely remember that there was other people in the elevator, and they're doing the typical, "You gonna hit a home run?" So I think he was just kind of standoffish, probably having people. He probably hears that a million times a day. Then and now, Leland Palmer. Uh-oh, is this a duplicate already? Same person, different image. Sarah Jean Long. Save that one. Here's our Ron Blair. No inscriptions yet. And just to keep it going, Michael Cera. It is crazy the way they have these packed that this one row of packs either has nothing in it or like one insert. Everything's loaded on the one side. Hudson Mohawk music. I wish I had enough free time to go fishing anymore. Uh, I went fishing. I have not gone this summer yet. My daughter does want to go out, even if we just go to the lake in our town. But she completely ruined her reel. I think I gotta cut the line off of it. She had her drag all messed up, and I mean just it is the biggest bird's nest on earth. It's everywhere, wrapped around every little bit of the reel. Yeah, I always said if I had a little bit more free time, I'd love to pick up a bass boat just to take it to some of the lakes around here. Francis Bay Memoriam. Of course, I say that as my house, everything's breaking on my house at the same time because it's at that right age. Sheriff Frank Truman stars. We just had to replace our roof a couple months ago, and I think my upstairs HVAC just went. And that's as much, if not a little more, than the cost of a bass boat. See, I'm house-wise, I'm in pretty good shape because my kids are getting old enough. My son, he's moved out a little less than a year ago. John Boylan Memoriam, and my daughter, she's going to be a junior in high school, so we don't have too many years left. And then we are empty nesters, so we want to downsize. Charlie Stars, so we can sell our house and then get something smaller. So we shouldn't get killed too much with the prices. So not too far off. Maybe go down to a condominium or something. Alternate ending. Yeah, my house was built in 1999, so it's 25 years old, 26 years old. Red room, right at the point, like I said, where everything's starting to go. Autograph number 2. Nadine Then and Now. autograph number 3. All right, let's see who we have here. James Morrison. I'm guessing on the whole, the smaller characters, we're going to see a lot of the same people in the 2 cases. Yep, Patrick Fischler. Looks like he was pressing a little hard on the pen there and got some funky streaking double lines. And Everett McGill, Peggy Lipton duel. Now I did see one of the other duels was a scarce. Oh, this one's a scarce. There we go. But you see now, if you wanted to buy a house, are you looking bigger, smaller, same area? That's where it gets you. Because where I live in New Jersey, the home prices are pretty crazy. So if anywhere that I move will probably be a savings. A little bit. Ooh, this pack was sealed. Weird. Hopefully, yeah, everything's fine. Also, good thing I'm in the non-autograph side. Are you in the Indiana area? Since you mentioned somebody from the Pacers. This might be the other patch card. Yep. Ed Hurley. Yeah, I would love to move actually south of where I live. And everything's cheaper down that way anyway. Even just moving one state down into Delaware would be cheaper. Do you know where? Northern half, southern half of the state? The Vales music. Okay, nowhere near me. It was funny, we just, last week we went to Maine for a little vacation, and we started talking to somebody at the pool who was from Connecticut, but his daughter lived in a town 15 minutes from us. Don Davis Memoriam. Diane Evans Stars. Oop, autograph. Rosenfield, Then and Now. So with the autographs, I'm pretty sure we didn't get this one in the first autograph I saw in the first case. Walter Memoriam. Murphy Stars. Alternate ending. Red Room. Alright. Time for the last autographs. Autograph. Alright, that's Jan D'Arcy. Pretty sure we didn't get that one in the first case. David Koechner. And Gary Hirschberger, Dana Ashbrook duel. Wasn't he also an Anchorman? Yeah, he was. I mean, I remember him on Saturday Night Live. We should be doing our Tim Roth right about now. Chromatics music. Gavin O'Herlihy. Rodney Mitchum Stars. Autograph number 1. You know, Saturday Night Live is one of those shows that I can't, like, they had that set, Star Picks, I think, did it back, oh geez, 30 years ago. And it had, rare autographs in it, to pull. Norma Jennings then and now. But I'm just amazed that they never made a set, again. Kenneth Welsh Memoriam. And it's not that expensive to get a box, right? Hutch Stars. Because the odds are so long to pull an autograph. I know there's that thread on Blowout about it. Alternate. Oh, is it really that much? Well, then I take it back. Red Room. There, autograph time. Autograph number 2. All right. Eamon Farron. I mean, it very well could be. I thought that the boxes weren't that expensive because of the long odds. Robert Bauer. And David Warner. I always get a kick out of that when you look at some of the older stuff from the early to mid 90s in particular, where like the hardest insert, you know, was numbered out of 5,000. Well, is one second here. Well, he passed away also. Just a couple years ago. So I could see why that one's scarce. just because they produced so many, so many cases of that stuff, you know, back in the 90s. I mean, look at the first Marvel masterpieces. You know, those boxes are numbered. Was it like 250,000 or something? And even the tins. So that SNL box, did you buy that as a keep it sealed, or you plan on opening it someday? Lenny Von Dolan Memoriam. I don't think we got that in the first case. That's always the case. James Marshall music. Hank Warden Memoriam. Bushnell Mullins Stars. Chantel Hutchins Stars. Alternate ending. Might be at the autographs. Nope, went off. Red Room. So I'm gonna see if I counted right. Nope, autograph. Damn it. Lawrence Jacoby, then and now. Autograph and autograph. Alicia Witt. Broski seems to be an above average autograph. And inscription. This is our first inscription, I think. Wendy Roby. Where's Big Ed? So, I want to check this only because this is one of the ones that's got the quotations on it. So I'm wondering. All right, what are we looking for? Where's Big Ed? So where's Big Ed? Where's Big Ed? Nadine, Wendy Roby in parentheses, 11 to 25. Darn. Right, was it the first inscription so far? Yeah. So that means the other half of this case is going to be really heavy on inscriptions. We started strong in this case, but we're really starting to fall flat. Better get a couple more good cards soon. Julie Cruz music. Jane Greer Memoriam. Oh, might have gone one too many. Nope. Richard Horn Stars. Alright, so flip. Lucy Moran, Then and Now. Just, I think. Or I'm off the pack again. Darius Stars. Maybe I got it right. Alternate ending. Red Room. There's an autograph. Autograph number 2. Autograph number 3. 3 in a row. So that means this one did not have an autograph. Yep, that was a memoriam. Peggy Lipton. Alright, let's see what we got. John Apicella. Don Amendolia. Alright, much better. Amanda Seyfried. Seyfried. So I'm going to say 4 of these last 5 boxes will have an inscription in them, since we've only gotten 1 so far. And the one that doesn't will have a sketch. We also need 2 or 3 more duels. The chat's gotten really quiet. I feel like I'm talking to myself now. The cactus blossoms. Thank you. Harry Dean Stanton Memoriam. Tammy Preston Stars. Oh, first autograph. Linda Porter Memoriam. Deputy Chad Broxford Stars. Alternate ending. Getting close to the other autograph. There's an autograph. Bobby Briggs, Then and Now. And autograph. All right. Duplicate. Boo. John Apicella, Sella. Ah, nice one. Can't remember who it was, but somebody said they had pulled this one themselves. So here's Robert Broski, This Is the Water. But the one I was talking about was Ashley Judd. Well, like I said, based off that first case, we got to get a couple more bigger autographs in here in these last couple of boxes. 9-inch nails. Yeah, the one good thing, at least these wrappers are relatively easy to open. James Booth Memoriam. Constance Talbot Stars. Autograph. Benjamin Horn, Then and Now. Miguel Ferrer, Memoriam. Ray Monroe, Stars. Alternate ending. Red Room. Autograph. And autograph. All right, we'll start with Eamon Farron, I'm Gonna Laugh. Yeah, 11/25, so that's a regular one. Who we got here? Mary Reber. There's a better one. Sherilyn Fenn. I'll put that one on that side. Three more boxes to get that sketch. It's got to be in here. Don't think it's in here. Lissy music insert. Jack Nance Memoriam. Anthony Sinclair Stars. Autograph. Autograph number 2. Laura Palmer, Then and Now. Autograph number 3. Red Room. Alternate ending. William Hastings Stars. Michael Parks Memoriam. Well, the last two, there's no duels in this box. I can at least see that from a little bit. I can see the cards. But there has to be at least one more duel in those last two boxes. Josh Fadum. Machin Amick, this flashy guy in his hot car. Not too rare. And we got our Tim Rolfe. Do you guys watch any of the Marvel TV shows that are on Disney Plus? And we got a third patch. Um, I was just gonna say, Tim Roth, they had brought him back as Abomination, and he was in She-Hulk. One of the bright spots of She-Hulk. That show was terrible. And it's a shame because I really liked Orphan Black, so I was excited for it, but I never read the comic, so I don't know if this is how that show should have been. Moon Knight was okay, wasn't anything crazy. Don't feel a soft sleeve in these. And we still have one more box. I was really hoping for a sketch. You think so? The box print run was 5,000 boxes. So it comes out to, 416 cases if they packed them all out. So, just making a guess of 400 cases without knowing how many they, kept for, replacements and whatnot. I never saw Black Mirror. I think, uh, what is that on? I think I don't have whatever it is that it's on. Rebecca Del Rio music. Don Murray Memoriam. Janie Jones stars. Alright, I'm going to flip it now because I think that next one should be an autograph. Oh, I have Netflix. I'll have to check. There's so much on Netflix. I got it from my wife last Christmas. It's overwhelming how much stuff is on there. Then and Now of Cooper. I did just finish season 3 of Squid Games. Warren Frost Memoriam. Ike the Spike stars. Alternate ending. I think this is the first autograph. Nope, not yet. Red Room. So the autograph. Yeah, I don't know that show either. Autograph number 2. And there it is. Autograph number 3. Jan Darcy. This is not the same. We had gotten a full bleed earlier. Sherilyn Fenn. Again, this is not the same image. And what we get here? Ian Buchanan and Kimmy Robertson duel. You are correct that it is hard to find something on TV. We're on the last box. Unfortunately, I am pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think we got a sketch. I don't know. That one wrapper feels a little. I don't think so. Yeah, I would say that this case definitely is not as strong as the first case. The only thing of interest is that we did get a third patch. The veils. Al Strobel Memorial. You know, on Netflix, there was a show that I'm waiting for the second season that I thought I enjoyed. It was called Supercell. NATO stars. Had Tosin Cole was in it. He was one of the Doctor's companions a few years ago. Oh, autograph. Did I flip these the wrong way? I think we're gonna pull something big in this last box. We have to. I just feel like this second case has been, not nearly as good as the first, so it's got to be something in here to make it up. And I don't think an extra patch is gonna do it. Gordon Cole then and now. number 2. Autograph number 3. I don't think there's anybody big in this one. Hopefully, I'm hoping, since there was that one on the other side, that we've got a 4th autograph in here. Red Room. Alternate ending. Detective Fusco or Fusco. Stars. Piper Laurie Memoriam. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Still got. All right. Just because I don't. There. Go Troy Evans first. Brett Vadsit. And we end Brenda Strong. All right, quick recap. We did get 3 patches. Harry Truman, Ed Hurley, and Cooper. The case toppers are all the same. We'll go through these first. So let me know if there's somebody big in here that like I took the bigger ones out, at least that I thought. Brenda Strong, Brett Vadsit, Troy Evans. Oh, actually, she should go over there. Jan Darcy, number 1. She was early on. Jan Darcy, number 2. Different card, so at least it's that. Josh Fadum, Mary Reber, John Apicella, number 1. John Apicella, number 2. They are the same card. Don Amendolia, Robert Broski, Alicia Witt. The David Warner is a scarce. I'll put him separate. Robert Bauer, Eamon Farron, David Keckner, Patrick Fischler, James Morrison, Peter Michael Getz, Ron Blair, and then there's 2 different Sarah Jean Longs. Images are different. All right, so the David Warner was a scarce. We've got 2 Sherilyn Fenns, different cards. Tim Roth, Ashley Judd, Amanda Seyfried, Michael Cera, and Heather Graham. So, I mean, there are a couple of big ones in there, just not as many. It's top heavy. Ian Buchanan, Kimmy Robertson duel. Gary Hirschberger, Dana Ashbrook duel. Everett McGill, Peggy Lipton duel. And that one's a scarce also. The inscriptions, Madchen Amick, this flashy guy in his hot car. Eamon Farron, I'm Gonna Laugh. Robert Broski, This Is the Water. And then Wendy Roby, Where's Big Ed? Nadine, Wendy Roby in parentheses. And if she would have put the parentheses around Nadine instead of Wendy Roby, that was a 1 of 1. So, just kind of crazy. And then, obviously, all the other inserts and stuff. Okay, thank you for watching. I will get the pictures of the cards up tomorrow, and I'll start sorting everything out and I'll try and get it all up as quickly as I can. Thank you for watching. There is a break on Blowout right now for Star Trek Strange New World Season 2. The price is it's a good amount cheaper than what the first break was, and there's 9 spots left in that break. So hopefully, if we can fill it in the next week or so. Otherwise, I'll probably just cancel the break. Um, so that's about it. Again, thanks for watching. Check out Blowout Cards. I'm on there, iFish73. Facebook, iFish73 Non-Sport Group Break. And hopefully you will see me this fall at the Philly Non-Sport Show. I'll be set up. Um, so come see me. All right, guys. I will talk to you all later and see you on the next break.